we make some art? I'm thinking 5 supplies, and I'm thinking 5 minutes. If you've been watching this series in this mini journal, that's what these pages are all about. My name is Kathleen Arola-Johnson, and I'm here at Creative Solace Studios. The supplies that we'll be using today are all paper products that came in a scrapbook supply kit from Anerza on Amazon, but don't worry about having these exact supplies. I'm going to outline 5 categories of the types of paper products. Then I will turn the camera off, sort through them and pick out some, and then we'll do the page together. So the 5 supplies today are a background paper. That could be a scrapbook paper. That could be a handmade paper, something from a magazine or a book, anything for the background. Supply number 2 is something that is smaller than the big background paper, but still has more than one image or writing going on the same paper. Supply number 3 is the feature image. Just one image on one paper, a focal point, something to focus your attention and your eyes on. Supply number 4, these are transparencies. So the light shines through them, or what's behind them can show through. If you don't have them, again, no worries. You can use any other types of imagery that seem to fit. Supply number 5 is stickers, and that can either be with pictures, images on them, or words, or both. So those are the 5 paper products. Let me take a couple minutes off camera to go through mine and set it up, and then we'll play together. I'm back. I had so many papers here and it was a new package for me that I wanted to go through it off camera. What I have decided to use is the sheet music from the background papers. The image that I chose from all of these images is the boot with flowers, and I didn't realize that it's a sticker also. Here's the transparency with some butterflies. I'm going to choose the stickers after I put this together. And I am skipping these medium-sized images because these papers are so thin. I'm swapping out this supply for some glaze. I'm all out of my regular glazes and gel mediums. I happen to have this Americana triple thick gloss glaze. So let's try it and see how that works. Let's get these out of the way and prepare to put this all together. I do have some glue and I have a scissors on standby. Here's our timer. Let's take a look at these vintage flavored images and see where it brings us. So first off is that background paper. I could put the gloss underneath it, but I'm just going to save that for the top. Sheet music adds such a nice look to artwork, and then it brings up an auditory response to the page. Even if you're not listening to the music itself, it invokes the feeling of listening to music. These butterflies I'm bringing over to that edge, particularly because this paper didn't quite make it all the way over to the edge. So I'm trying to cover that white area. And let's see how we open this sticker. There it is. So those are our main elements. I wanted the feeling of vintage, nature, biology, and a little bit of the shabby chic look with that boot. So I think it's important to think of not just what you're putting on a page, but the feeling that goes with it. For you, making it and looking at it, or if you want to give anyone else who's viewing the finished artwork a certain mood. So I'm going for nostalgia, nature, shabby chic. So many good phrases. You could type up phrases on your own, print them out, you could write them, you could look for magazine phrases, cherish every moment. That's nice sentiment with these little images that are kind of making you reflect on life. Here's an arrow. That might be nice as pointing to this, drawing your eyes. I'm going in between those butterflies so I still can see them. What are we thinking here? Play with your supplies, move them around. Don't be worried about changing them up even after you've glued them down. It's always changeable if you desire. Do I want this last butterfly? It ties in and it just brings one more layer to the whole piece. It's nice to work with a theme with variety and unity within that theme. It's also interesting to choose how you want things overlapping, touching, or almost touching. Everything like that plays a part in the finished project. I don't know that I want much more on here. I don't want it too cluttered, but I don't want it to look too simple. So I'll just play around as long as I've got another less than a minute left here. Possible that this might be done. I think so. Let's go into the glaze. Ah ha ha ha. Is it hard? No, there's a little bit of it in here. Let's go into that. And it's mostly that sheet music in the background that was super thin that I want to protect with this. Okay, it did it. That's what I call 5-minute art with 5 supplies. Please check out the rest of this series. These are 5 supplies in 5-minute art journal lessons where I'm talking through the process. And then look through this channel, Creative Solace Studios, and you can find a previous series where I did a similar book, 5 supplies in 5 minutes, but it's more of a demonstration for inspiration or ideas, and I sped up the videos. So you can just look at it and then do your own ideas after getting inspired by it. Please subscribe and see the various things that I have to offer. Love to share some art ideas with you and hope it inspires you to do something on your own.